weather center is active. If news breaks, we'll break in. This is the Miami Valley's radio station, WHIO.
Depend on it.
I believe it's about that time.
Turn the radio on, man.
This is my friend, Todd.
He makes me laugh.
From Dayton, Ohio.
Oh, super!
What a crackpot.
Would you please just listen?
Really fun. And it's free.
Oh boy, this is great.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst. Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
And I'm getting really sick of guys named Todd. You know, yeah, it's just a goofy name, okay? Hi, what's your name? Todd. I'm Todd.
It is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, and it is absolutely free. The show is free. You don't have to pay for it, and it's worth every penny. Live stream is up on Facebook and YouTube. Tonight on the show, we've got cars into buildings, an update. We got a double woman. Tried to trade a kid. Well, I shouldn't say tried. I think she kind of got away with it. Traded a kid for a monkey. Yeah. Doesn't seem like a fair trade. Also, we have a list of the most patriotic states in America. With 4th of July on the horizon, most patriotic states. And you might be surprised where Ohio ranks. Not in the top 10. Not in the top 20. But we'll get to that. We got some food news. We got a Florida man. We got all kinds of stuff. We also have a pair of tickets to give away to the Dayton UFO conference happening July 11th at the Fairborn Doubletree. Just be listening for the classic clip of the, I'm not saying it's aliens, but clearly it's aliens. When you hear that, be the sixth caller at 937-957-1290. I saw this story in the news, and I was wondering, I'd like to get the Edgeheads' take on this, because the UK announced this past Monday that they are going to ban social media for anybody under the age of 16. Now, that is, they're not the first. The UK is not the first. There's been a number of countries that have done this: Spain, France, Denmark, Malaysia, Norway, and Australia. They all have some sort of variation of a social media ban. And in the UK, what they're saying is that kids will no longer be allowed to access Snapchat, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and X. I mean, those are the big ones. Those are the big ones. Messaging services such as WhatsApp and Signal will not be affected. And the government is planning to put this bill to lawmakers before Christmas, with protections expected to come into force next spring. And I'm just curious if that's something that would fly here. Yeah, Zach, my producer, just immediately shook his head. No. And it's a weird sort of position, because on the one hand, there's really not much good on social media for kids. I mean, it's just not. One could argue that most stuff on the internet is not good for most kids. At least they having access. There's some positive stuff out there for sure, but most of it is just it's just junk. And there's a lot of predators out there. And I'd just be curious, like parents out there, if you've got kids under the age of 16, is that just a hard no? Like, no, you are not going to get on social media. Ain't going to happen. It's hard, I would think, to sort of police that when a lot of kids as young as probably 8, 9 have smartphones, which my late son did not grow up in the era of smartphones when he was younger. He did have a cell phone, but it was like a flip phone. You really couldn't do much on it, right? So I never really had to go through that, but I know that parents today, they have to deal with that. So I'd just be curious to know what the parents out there think about this. Like, would you get on board with a ban, like a federal ban on social media for kids under 16? Because that, having a federal ban is not very American for many people, right? It's like, no. We should have that choice, that freedom of choice. But a lot of these other countries are, you would consider democratic countries. So, but they're okay with it. So I'd just be curious if anybody would take a stand against that, or if they would embrace it. I would assume that there's probably many households out there right now listening to this show that have already put that into effect in their own household, right? No social media for young kids. But trying to find that age, like 16 and under, not all teenagers are equally mature and can handle such things. There are probably 13 and 14-year-olds out there that are more mature than 17 and 18-year-olds when it comes to making decisions, right? Not everybody's the same. So I'd just be curious if anybody has a take on that. 937-957-1290. I saw this story, and it comes up from time to time on the show, the subject of quicksand. The fear that I and many of my generation had in the 70s, hearing stories about quicksand in the news, on TV, comics, whatever it might be, and thinking that around every dark corner there was a quicksand, and you would step in it and you would never be seen from again. It's come up on the show a number of times. It's a weird topic, but it comes up. This is not quicksand, but it's just as scary. This is in Minnesota. There was a woman that was somehow she went off road. She went off road into a wooded, secluded area in a truck, and she got stuck. And this woman, she was last seen on June 3rd. And she apparently got out of her truck to try to get unstuck, and she stepped into a giant mud puddle. She remained stuck in the mud up to her head for a number of days. It wasn't until two guys riding all-terrain vehicles came across this woman. This was near Bacchus and Hackensack in northern Minnesota. They discovered this 68-year-old woman almost entirely submerged in a mud puddle. And she'd been there for a number of days. She said her vehicle had become stuck, and she slipped and fell into a puddle of mud about 2 feet deep. Now, 2 feet doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're stuck in there, right? And if you've fallen, and this mud puddle could have been, 5-6 feet wide. I'm not saying that it's like a little pothole. Like, how could you get stuck in that? I mean, if you fall into it, right, and your head's sticking up and you can't press on the ground to get up, and nobody's there to help you, you're stuck. She was last seen June 3rd, and local sheriffs, they issued an endangered missing person, but of course had no clue. The area had recently been flooded, and as these two guys on their all-terrain vehicles drove deeper into the woods, they came across this van in the middle of nowhere, and they said it had no off-road capability, so how it got there, they had no idea. But they recalled the moment, they were talking to local media, that they spotted a body in the puddle next to the van and thought, oh my God, somebody's died. Someone's died. So they approached, and as they got closer, the woman's like, help me. They said all they could see was the round part of her face, her mouth, her lips, couldn't even see her ears. She was like completely submerged up to her face. Now, it's odd because there are some people that go to high-end luxury spas for mud baths. Now, I don't think they last 2 or 3 days, but that's what she got. And fortunately, they were able to pull her from the mud. She described the puddle as like quicksand, couldn't get out of it. Took them about a half an hour to get her out, called 911. Medics came, took her to the hospital, and she's expected to make a full recovery. But that's nightmarish right there. Stepping in a giant or falling in a giant puddle of mud and not being able to get out. She's lucky she wasn't eaten. Luckily she wasn't eaten. Stan in Vandalia. Hey, Stan.
Hey, Todd. Good to talk to you.
What's going on tonight?
Well, I love your show. And you asked a question about a ban on social media for kids.
Yeah, hang on. Before you do that, you said the magic words. You love the show. Got to give you your due, your casino bells. Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Sure.
Yeah,
so what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, my kids are grown now. They're in their 30s, but our daughter works in the online child protection arena. And two things, number one, when you have people who created social media, some of them resign their positions out of conscience because of how addictive it's become.
Yeah.
That's a real problem, especially the younger you are, addiction. And then the second thing, my daughter talks about the predators that are online.
Yeah.
Put those two together, that's way more dangerous, say, than a kid smoking. And yet we don't have a problem not letting kids buy cigarettes till they're 18.
Right.
Or drinking until then. So I'd for sure say until they have the emotional maturity to deal with it, let's keep them off it and protect them from it. So I say
I agree. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I just don't think there's anything worth value to young children on social media. There's just
now,
there's just
let
not.
Choose later.
Yeah. I got you, Stan. All right, thanks for your comments, buddy. I appreciate it. Thanks for listening. 937-957-1290 coming up. We got that story. This woman who traded a kid for a monkey.
What am I listening to now?
What is this? It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's education, it's entertainment, it's fun for the entire family, and it is the most American thing in all of America.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Get away from me, devil!
Hello, everybody. Mow that lawn, Ron. Mow that lawn. Dennis, are you talking to me or are you talking to Ron? You're asking a question about a mower. Lady dee 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 dee. Well, tomorrow's the day. All the best delicatessen. Hey, Jude. Yeah, I was wondering. I was wondering if you knew that. I have somebody that comes and cuts my grass. Only because our backyard is this hill that goes it's up there. And the notion of me trying to navigate that, nah. I mean, I fell out my front door. I'm not, I'm sort of past that point of wanting to do that. Cut my fair share of lawns over the years.
Back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
Oh my gosh, this is going to be so much fun.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst. Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is up on Facebook and YouTube. Make sure to join us tomorrow, the Evening Edge, live for a happy hour. It's the third anniversary of All the Best Delicatessen there on Far Hills in Washington Township. And we're going to be there doing the show live. Of course, all the best. Well, it's just the best. Ohio's best deli. They've won Best of Dayton recognition and named one of America's best restaurants. And they can prove it. You just got to show up. And tomorrow, for their third anniversary, they're offering all of their daily specials. 5 days of specials on one day. That's tomorrow. So please come out and see us. I know a lot of people are probably off tomorrow because it's Juneteenth. And if you're looking for something to do, come out and see us there at All the Best from 5 to 7 for a live Evening Edge happy hour. 937-957-1290. Kenny in Lakeview. Hey, Kenny.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, man?
Not much. How you doing? Love your show, by the way.
Thank you so much. You get the casino bells.
Why, thank you.
Yeah.
I was going to suggest, speaking of social media and the internet in general, have you ever heard the song Welcome to the Internet by Bo Burnham?
I have not heard that song. That sounds like something's right up my alley.
You should give it a listen. It perfectly describes it. You might have to beep out some sections if you play it, but it's hilarious.
I will check it out. Welcome to the Internet by Bo Burnham.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'll check it. Check it out, Kenny. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
See ya.
Have a good one.
You too. Jeff in Dayton. Hey, Jeff.
Yeah, I was speaking on this law. Everybody's got it all wrong.
Okay.
And what the deal is, what they're doing. This way the adults have to download all their ID to get online so that they can come kick their door in when they say something bad about the government. They've been doing that over in the UK, Germany, and many of the other European countries. And the UK's already got Sharia law courts. That's what's going on.
Okay, I appreciate your call. I didn't quite understand that. What are we doing? We're uploading our IDs so the cops can come. Is that I didn't quite get that. But thank you for your call, though. I appreciate it.
What am I listening to now?
What is this? It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's education, it's entertainment, it's fun for the entire family, and it is the most American thing in all of America.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Football equipment. Holy cow. It's that time. It's almost that time, right? Football, football, football. Everywhere I go, it's nothing but football. Yeah, I was going to say, I thought training camp starts in July, right? For NFL?
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Start the car.
Your precious car. In local news, a spectacular car crash.
Car.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream rolling on Facebook and YouTube. So we have another car into a building. Now, this happened this past weekend, and I was waiting for some photographic evidence, and Edgehead Ian came through. In fact, he was the one who gave me the news tip that the AM vets, Post 24 on Leo Street, got doinked over the weekend. Not sure if it was Friday night, Saturday night, or Sunday night, or whenever it was. But it got smacked. It got smacked, and he sent me the photographic evidence. And for those folks on the live stream, there it is. You can see the yellow caution tape, and the front wall was partially cracked. A door was bent in. Somebody smacked it good, but we have proof, and that's what we require. It's either a news story, right, or photographic proof. That's what we count on our list, and we are now up to 66 for the year. So thank you, Edgehead Ian, for that. We have a devil woman story.
Get away from me, devil woman!
She's just a devil woman with evil on her mind. Beware the devil woman, she's gonna get you. She's just a devil woman with evil on her mind. Beware the devil woman, she's gonna get you from behind.
So this is really a disturbing story, but just kind of an odd thing. The 70-year-old woman, she's from Missouri. For decades, she has been caring for foster children. Roughly 200 kids over that time have come through her home. But she recently pleaded guilty to felony child endangerment after authorities investigated allegations that she tried to trade. And I would say, I don't know if the trade was made. At least it was suggested she tried to trade a foster child that she was having trouble with, acting up, misbehaving. She tried to trade it with a friend who lives in Texas for a monkey. A monkey. The case began when a foster girl was reported missing from Missouri and found later living in Texas. Cops say the woman was frustrated. The girl was, like I said, misbehaving, asked a friend to take her. During those discussions, this woman allegedly suggested to the friend that she could keep the child and send a monkey in return. What? The arrangement, of course, led to rumors that the child had been, in fact, traded for a monkey. But there's nothing in the story that says she received the monkey. So she got scammed. She got scammed. The girl was eventually found in Texas, where she had been often left alone while the woman she was living with was caring for her exotic animals. So this could have been a legitimate deal. This woman in Texas has exotic animals, probably has a few monkeys, thought, hey, I could spare a monkey. And they had that discussion. And that is a good question, Dennis, off the live stream. Which would be better behaved, the teenage girl or the monkey? That's a question. The woman was arrested on multiple felony charges. She pleaded guilty to one count of child endangerment, faces up to 10 years in prison, or up to 1 year in jail and a fine of $10,000. Well, I would think that her time as a foster mother has, or parent or whatever, has come to an end. They look down on people trying to trade kids for monkeys. We have some World Cup fever news. And it's breaking the law.
Breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law.
So this happened over the weekend. Two men, I guess this was in Kansas City, two men is charged with one felony count each of receiving stolen property after England's national team discovered some of their equipment had been stolen. So, of course, the World Cup is going on. And they were, I guess, getting ready to fly from Kansas to Florida. Kansas is where they first came to train, and now I guess they're going to Florida. That's the story. Either way, they were moving, and during that transition, during that move, a number of items were stolen, about $18,000 worth of gear. Items stolen and eventually recovered included 9 pairs of soccer cleats, goalkeeper gloves, a World Cup soccer ball, several sets of shirts and shorts, team electronics, several signed national team jerseys, a Lego set of Nike Air shoes. What? A Lego set of Nike Air shoes. Did Lego do a special Nike Air shoe? Also, stuffed animals. I'm guessing those were maybe souvenirs that the players bought for kids back home. Hopefully, the stuffed animals don't belong to the players. That would be a little weird. But the theft occurred before England's charter jet arrived in Kansas around noon on Saturday. So they got the stuff back, and hopefully that will help them perform well in the World Cup, along with the stuffed animals. I saw this story. This is kind of weird. So everybody knows the movie Jurassic Park, right? Where that crazy billionaire guy, John Hammond, has this idea to use dino DNA to create new dinosaurs and put them on this island, and everybody's going to flock to see these crazy dinosaurs. Classic Steven Spielberg movie. Well, something similar, not quite as cool, but back in April of last year, a team of bioengineers from the UK apparently used collagen harvested from fossilized remains of a T-Rex. And what did they use it to create? Well, lab-grown leather that they turned into a handbag. So the idea was, we're going to use this T-Rex DNA to grow this leather in a lab, and we're going to use the leather to make high-end luxury accessories, wallets, purses, maybe shoes. Scientists used a computational biology and AI-assisted modeling to reconstruct this missing genetic information, much like the movie. Remember, they used frog DNA to create cells capable of producing what they described as genuine T-Rex derived leather. The plan was to sell the world's first T-Rex leather purse at an auction, and they were hoping to raise $500,000. Thinking somebody with deep pockets would say, I would really like to have this T-Rex handbag. This would just complete my summer collection. They were hoping for $500,000. Well, it went up on the auction block last week, and it's in Paris, and it sold for $171,000. Quite a bit less than what they were hoping. But now somebody has a lovely T-Rex leather handbag. You go to a party, you're the only one who's going to be there with the T-Rex leather handbag. That's pretty cool, I guess. If you're into such things.
What am I listening to now?
What is this? It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's education, it's entertainment, it's fun for the entire family, and it is the most American thing in all of America.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Yeah, I don't trust any of that stuff. I know what you're talking about. Let me look. Let's see. Last year we were at 51.
Latest at 6 now. Back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
Yeah, we're going to go have some fun, aren't we?
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst. Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream up on Facebook and YouTube. A little earlier, I mentioned that we had a car into a building. This happened over the weekend. The Ambets on Leo Street, Post 24. Thank you to Edgehead Ian again for giving me the tip and sending me a photo. I just posted it on Facebook if you want to check it out. Heather on the live stream asked the question, where are we this year in comparison to last year? It's a good way to sort of gauge it, how things are going. Well, we are ahead of where we were last year. On June 15th of last year, we were at 51. And then we didn't have another incident until June 22nd. So we are quite a bit ahead of schedule than what we should be, right? I mean, because we keep track of this, and I hear this from time to time. People are, "Oh, you're the guy that keeps track." Yeah, but I don't do it, because I want there to be cars into buildings. I do it because I don't want cars to be into buildings, and I try to tell people you got to pay attention to what you're doing. Lots of times these are incidents of people, confusing the car and the brake. And that's just what happens. For example, this happened in New Canaan, Connecticut. Tuesday, a motorist was attempting to park his Tesla in a parking lot outside of a public pool. Any guesses on where this is going? That's right. The guy confused the gas pedal for the brake and traveled between two trees, through a fence, and into a swimming pool. Let's hear that one more time. I like that sound. The pool was not open at the time, thankfully. Thankfully, nobody was in there. First responders and several lifeguards entered the pool to assist the driver. He was the only person in the vehicle. There were no injuries. When police arrived, they had to break the Tesla windows to get into the car. I would imagine, that car, most cars, have power locks now. And I don't know for sure, but I'm guessing that once you get in the water, if your car goes into the water, that's just not going to happen. But there's also the issue of pressure, cars filling up with water. I don't know how secure a Tesla is. I know those big cyber trucks are supposed to be able to go into water. But we had a story a week or two ago where somebody got their Tesla truck stuck in a lake and couldn't get it out. And I guess it flooded a little bit. But either way, the Tesla had to be removed by something called a rotator tow truck. And the pool remained closed for several days because of the broken glass at the bottom of the pool. That's the worst. That is the worst. You don't want to be stepping on glass at the pool. Ooh. Well, you don't want to be really stepping on glass anywhere, come to think of it. But yeah, it happens. So it's not just here. People running into things they shouldn't be running into.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
I love this show.
It's fun to listen to.
Locally grown.
Here in Dayton.
Seriously funny.
It's a crackpot with wild ideas.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
A 911 caller found 37-year-old Joshua Fuller lying on the ground outside of the Main Mart.
He was rushed to the hospital but did not survive. Now, police tell us Fuller was leaving the store when the suspect pointed a gun and pulled the trigger without saying a word.
As News Center 7's Letitia Perry reporting, a 17-year-old accused of pulling the trigger was in juvenile court today facing a murder charge. WHIO News Time is 6:02. It's now 76 degrees in downtown Dayton. A Dayton man is accused of running a prostitution ring out of an apartment complex. The Human Trafficking Task Force says 69-year-old Ronald Skinner recruited women who were addicted to drugs to work for him out of an apartment or apartments on North McGee Street. Warrant is out for Skinner's arrest. He's due in court July 2nd. It won't feel much like a high summer across the area heading into Father's Day weekend.
Check out the cool temperatures over the next 7 days. The warmest day we have out of the next week is on Saturday at only a high temperature of 80 degrees. For now, we're avoiding that big-time summer heat.
Storm Center 7 Chief Meteorologist Austin Cheney has the latest forecast in moments. City of Dayton is launching a new plan to redevelop US 35.
The plan is being called Revive 35, an initiative that looks to improve safety and economic opportunity. A $2 million grant will allow the city to do a study of the route and engage with the public on how it can better support the city's neighborhoods.
WHIO's Sierra Lawson, the Revive 35 website.
Land Rover with T-Rex leather. That's fancy.
Blanketed lower Manhattan, with some fans telling me they've waited a long time for this. Look, 73, 73.
Actually, Ulrich, I should have said accelerator. The accelerator pedal. But I think everybody knows what I meant. Well, good luck, Joel, on your surgery.
Casters, Storm Center 7 Chief Meteorologist Austin Cheney.
Through tonight, expect a clearing sky. We'll have a low temperature of 58 degrees. Friday, a mix of sun and clouds, high of 77. Saturday, partly cloudy, slight chance of showers and thunderstorms late in the day with a high of 79. And Sunday, increasing clouds, better chance of rain and storms from the evening into the overnight, high of 80 degrees. A couple showers linger into Monday, high of 76. Tuesday, partly cloudy with a high of 77. I'm Chief Meteorologist Austin Cheney for Dayton Severe Weather Station, 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
The latest scan of the live Doppler 7 radar. It's clear across the Miami Valley right now. Just a lot of cloud cover and breezy. Currently, we're looking at 75 in Springfield and 76 in downtown Dayton at 6:07.
Traffic sponsored by Grismer Tire and Auto Service. Refresh your ride with brand new tires at unbeatable prices. Plus,
The Miami Valley's radio station, WHIO.
Depend on it.
I'm looking for the dude by the name of Todd.
He's a local boy.
He's a clever boy. He's got the microphone.
He's got all the firepower he needs, and he ain't afraid to use it.
We heard about your broadcast.
Woo! It's like Fruit Loops. Okay, let's get this started.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst. Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
It is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is up on Facebook and YouTube. Got a survey here from Wallet Hub about the most patriotic states. You know, 4th of July is just around the corner. I've already started hearing the fireworks going off. A little early, but it's about that time. By the way, I'm going to be out at the Beaver Creek 4th of July Festival on the 4th of July, of course. We'll be in the parade, and then we'll be out at Rotary Park afterwards. So if you're looking for a great fireworks show, Beaver Creek is a great consideration. We had a great time out there last year, and the folks there in Beaver Creek asked us to come back. So we be there. That's my hometown. So I always love being in the parade. And whenever I'm in that, I see all kinds of people that I knew when I went to school. And a lot of my classmates stayed, and much like I did. And they live there. And it's always nice to get a shout out from the parade route. Sometimes people do hurl insults, which, goes with the territory, right? Freedom of speech, freedom of speech. So Wallet Hub, they compared the states across 13 key indicators of patriotism to find out where Americans have the most red, white, and blue pride. They evaluated a number of things, including number of military enlistees, veterans, the share of adults who voted in the 2024 presidential election, volunteers with AmeriCorps, all kinds of different things using the U.S. Census. Number one on the list, Virginia. Virginia, the most patriotic, according to this, in the country, followed by Montana, Vermont, Colorado, and Oregon. The top five right there. Where do we stand here in Ohio? Well, we're kind of in the middle, a little south of the middle, I would say. First, I will tell you that Kentucky according to Wallet Hub, is the 19th most patriotic state. Our neighbors to the south. Our neighbors to the north, Michigan, the 30th most patriotic state. Our neighbors to the northwest, Pennsylvania, they're the 38th most patriotic state. And of course, directly to the west, Indiana, the 44th most patriotic state. I will tell you right now that I forgot to add West Virginia to the list. I don't have all 50 here. I just picked the ones that that I thought would be interesting to talk about, and I forgot to include West Virginia. But I think West Virginia was probably around that same area. So my apologies to the, what is it, the Mountaineer State? Is that it? Is that West Virginia? I don't know. Is that the Mountaineer State? I'm not sure. My producers aren't listening to me. Do you know if West Virginia is the Mountaineer State? Yeah, they don't know. Did I say Pennsylvania west of Ohio? I meant Pennsylvania is east of Ohio. Northeast. That's what I meant. Right. Okay. I love the people who just correct everything I say on the live stream and on Facebook. It's great. It's like having a teacher right there whack you over the knuckles with her pointing stick. Anyway, Ohio is 36 on the list for most patriotic. The bottom 5, at the very bottom, Arkansas. That's number 50. Number 49, New York. Number 48, Louisiana. Number 47, Alabama. And Florida. Florida is number 46 for most red, white, and blue pride. That from Wallet Hub. So interesting. Got any thoughts on that? 937-957-1290. Saw this story the other day. Has to do with using your cell phone, playing with your cell phone at dinner time. You know, I always I feel like an old guy when I say, oh, you know, back in my day, when I was growing up and we didn't have the cell phones, we'd have family dinner at the Hollst house. Every night was family dinner. We were there, the 4 of us, mom, dad, my sister, and me. And we discussed the day. We talked about school. We did all the things that you would expect to discuss at the family table. But times have changed. Times have changed. And probably not for the better when it comes to family dinner time. Because now, you know, kids are involved in so many activities compared to when I was growing up. You might be in 1 or 2 things, right? 1 or 2 things at a time. Now there's kids that are in 8 different things. It's insane. I feel for the parents who have to deal with that. But because of that, that dinner time gets disrupted. So when you do have the opportunity to sit around the table as a family and sort of decompress from the day and talk about what's going on, the last thing you need is the distraction of the phone. Now, here's what I thought was interesting in this story. And this was published in the Journal of the American Medical Association, JAMA, I believe is what they call it, JAMA. Nearly 70, they talked, first of all, to 350 adults. Those 350 parents said nearly 70% of children ages 4 to 10 used some sort of media during dinner. Most common, the smartphone. Ages 4 to 10, they've got smartphones, and they're sitting at the table using the phones. And this is probably the bane of existence for many parents. The thing is they didn't mention teenagers. I would imagine that number was probably even higher for teenagers. I don't know why they didn't include that. That seems like that would be a really juicy data point, but they didn't. But here's the thing that's interesting. 70% of children, parents report 75% of themselves are using their phone during dinner. So more parents are using their phone at dinner with their family than the kids 4 to 10. So the parents are distracted. I just thought that was kind of interesting. You would think it was the kids sitting around the table playing on their phones, not wanting to be a part of the conversation. That's kind of what you see on TV, right? It's sort of a movie trope or a TV trope, but it's true. But in this case, it seems like the parents are the ones who are distracted and kind of checking out during dinner time. Interesting. We got some food news.
Hey, I'm kind of hungry. Who's got the food?
Well, what's your favorite food?
Don't play with your food.
This is a lot of food.
Isn't it glorious?
How you get so big that you own this kind?
This is so scrumptious.
I love talking about food because it's one of the things that we can all sort of agree on. Oh, Troy, thank you on the live stream. West Virginia is known as the Mountain State. I was close. I said mountaineer, but it's the Mountain State. That according to Troy. Thank you, Troy. I love talking about food because it's one of the few things we can all sort of agree on. You may not agree on politics, religions, or favorite sports teams, or the metric system versus the imperial system, but we all love a good meal. And here's a couple of local food stories. Thai 9, which has been downtown in the Oregon Street or the Oregon District for quite a while. It's down there on, isn't it Brown Street? I think it's Brown Street, right there off of 5th, because Brown Street is kind of broken up because of 75, but I believe that was Brown Street. Either way, they've announced that they are going to be opening a Thai 9 restaurant in Piqua. That's awesome. The new location was on the Piqua City Commission meeting Tuesday, with the commissioners voting on a resolution to allow the interim city manager to enter an agreement with the restaurant. So, Thai 9 opening a place in Piqua, apparently, so that's cool. And I have never heard of this particular store. I bet Ian, my producer, one of my producers, have you heard of the Exotic Snack Guys? It's at the Green, apparently. You used to work at the Green, right? Yeah, I thought maybe you did because you worked there. Zach, have you heard of this place? The Exotic Snack Guys? I'm sorry. It's the mall at Fairfield Commons. My bad. Somebody needs to correct me on that. Either way, the Exotic Snack Guys, it's a place where you can go to get really weird food. Apparently, they have ketchup-flavored Doritos, churro-flavored Oreos, and Hello Kitty ramen. Those are just some of the weird and wild flavors that you might expect to find at one of the newest stores at the mall at Fairfield Commons. This location opened in April, features candies, drinks, and savory snacks from all over the world, including Japan, Dubai, Thailand, and more. These include familiar names and brands, but different flavors that are unique to other parts of the world. The location recently added ice cream to its list of offerings. Exotic Snack Guys is located inside the mall at Fairfield Commons. You can see their website at exoticsnackguys.com. That's interesting. A lot of strange, unusual foods. I remember a couple of years ago when I went to Atlanta, we went on the tour of Coca-Cola, and they have a section where you can try different Coca-Cola flavors and brands from around the world that aren't available here because people around the world have different tastes. That was kind of interesting. But I'll have to check that place out, see what kind of weird stuff they got. That would be, you know what? I bet those would be great stocking stuffers at Christmas time.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
I love this show.
It's fun to listen to.
Locally grown.
Here in Dayton.
Seriously funny.
It's a crackpot with wild ideas.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
Now from the WHIO News Center, here are the three big things you need to know. Trotwood police are asking for the public's help in finding the person who killed a 16-year-old. A man is accused of running a prostitution ring from a Dayton apartment building, and a teenager is now being charged.
Got what it was like to have fun.
It's The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst. Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream up on Facebook and YouTube. Saw this infograph today. This is from, The Visual Capitalist. And it is an analysis of 2024 American Community Survey. It's part of the Census Bureau, I believe. Census information. The chart is the divorce rates of certain jobs. The lowest divorce rates, top 5, actuaries. Number 1, other physical scientists. Number 2, IT scientists. Number 3, number 4, software developers. And number 5, physical therapists. We'll go through 10. Number 6, physicians. Number 7, clergy. Number 8, pharmacists. Number 9, atmospheric scientists. And then number 10, oil and mining engineers. They have the lowest divorce rates. Now, the highest divorce rates, other healthcare practitioners. I guess not doctors, not surgeons, because they're on the list. Optometrists are on having some of the lowest, dentists, but other healthcare practitioners. Maybe you are an other healthcare practitioner. I don't know exactly what that is. Number 2 for having the highest, telemarketers. Number 3, massage therapists. Now, why are you saying yes to that, Ian? I saw that. I go, well, what is it about massage therapists that would make them more likely to get divorced?
Well, you're touching on everyone else all day. I mean,
well,
like,
so do doctors.
Right, but they're those. I don't know. I mean, that's for like,
We're
internal
talking,
to keep you safe and alive. Massages are kind of like for leisurely purposes. Sometimes
No,
they're medical. I said,
no.
so let me don't cut me off, Todd. Sometimes they're for medical purposes, and of course that's valid. But I mean, if someone's insecure about themselves and they don't like their spouse touching on people all day in a pretty like slow and somewhat sensual way, then I can see why it's
boy. I just want everybody to know that it was Ian who compared massage therapists to, I don't know what you were,
I wasn't comparing them to anything. I'm just saying if their spouse is insecure, I can see why they would want to divorce. I'm not saying it's
touching
valid.
people
I'm
in
not
a
saying it's valid.
sensual way. That's what you said.
Well, slow and nice. It's okay. Well, I may have misspoke about the sensual
I got
part,
you.
but
I know.
you know where I'm going with that.
Number 4, bus drivers.
That I can't give you an answer for.
Right. There you go. Number 5, press machine operators. Number 6, care service supervisors. Number 7, correctional supervisors. I would imagine that is a very, very stressful job. Very, very stressful. Being in a prison or a jail and dealing with that probably leads to some challenges for sure. Number 8, ambulance drivers and attendants. Same deal. Stressful. Number 9, psychiatric aides. Yeah. I would imagine. And number 10, practical nurses. All of those jobs, I think, would be very stressful and taxing, and maybe has, a real negative effect on relationships. Number 11, casino workers. Just wanted to get to that one. Casino workers, number 11.
Sir, please identify yourself.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Well, who is this guy and where did he come from?
Maybe he escaped from the circus.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I mean, this guy is something else. That's for you. Keep listening to the radio.
On WHIO. All the time. The WHIO News Traffic and Weather Center is active. If news breaks, we'll break in. This is the Miami Valley's radio station, WHIO.
Depend on it.
And now, with your permission, I'm going to do my stuff.
Could this day get any more fantastic?
Let's get on with it.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst. Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
I'm not saying it's space aliens, right? But it goes without saying it's space aliens.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream up on Facebook and YouTube. That is the alien cue to call. 6 caller, 937-957-1290. Going to hook you up with a pair of tickets to the Dayton UFO Conference happening July 11th. The DoubleTree by Hilton Fairborn Conference Center there in Fairborn, Presidential Drive. 8 a.m. to 7. It's going to be a day-long event. This is cool. They're going to have UFO experts from around the country right there in beautiful Fairborn. And more than 30 vendors. Holy cow. That's like double what it was last year. It's just, it's amazing. It's going to be a really, really cool event. You can get tickets for this on Eventbrite. If you go to Eventbrite and just, search Dayton UFO Conference, or you can find them on Facebook. There's a button that you can click, and it'll take you right there to get tickets. So it's very easy to take care of. But once again, it's July 11th. There in Fairborn, the Dayton UFO Conference. And yes, I will be out there. I had a number of people ask me, hey, are you going to be there? Yes, I'm going to be there. I'm not going to be there from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m., though. I can promise you that. I will probably be there for a couple of hours, and I'm trying to get Mary to go. Some friends of ours are going, and I'm like, you got to go. And she goes, we'll see. She's not as much into the whole alien lore and UFO thing as I am, but we'll see. Maybe she'll go. We'll have a good time. Tomorrow is the big day. We're going to be out at All the Best Delicatessen. It's an Evening Edge happy hour from 5 until 7. That's right. It's the show live. If you've never seen the show live, it is something to behold. We get a lot of edge heads out there, and tomorrow's Juneteenth, so there's going to be folks who aren't going to be working, so there's no excuse. If you got nothing else going on, swing by and see us. They're one of the best restaurants in America. They've already been named that. They're the best deli in Ohio. They won Best of Dayton recognition, something that I never won. I came in, I think, third. In the Dayton Daily News Best of Dayton one year. Now they don't do the media people anymore. I don't know why. But I once won the bronze. But either way, tomorrow it's their 3rd anniversary, and they're offering all their daily specials tomorrow. 5 days of specials on one day. So if you got a fave, they're at All the Best Delicatessen. Maybe the Evening Edge Hottie Toddy Kickin' Meatloaf Sandwich. It's a meatloaf sandwich with pepper jack and horseradish sauce. It's good. It's good. You can get that. They also have their happy hour specials and, of course, the best bar. Very, very cool place. So we'll see you tomorrow out there at All the Best Delicatessen. We got Florida Man story. Florida Man shines with every single crime. Stupefying and delicious. Some might even think fictitious. Florida Man is always ambitious. We actually have two Florida Man stories tonight. The first one has been making the rounds. It's very sort of video heavy because it's all caught on security drone. It's a police drone. Okay. So the police were in a particular area of Florida. This is in Lehigh Acres, Florida. It's just east of Fort Myers. And the police were in this neighborhood. They were doing some sort of an investigation, and they had their police drone out. So the drone was flying around, looking down on the neighborhood, maybe looking for a perp. Who knows what they were doing? But they were looking around, and they spot a group of like 4 or 5 guys in a backyard. And it looks like the guys in the backyard just hanging out, doing whatever guys in Florida do that aren't working during the day. And one of them had a BB gun. So what does said Florida man do? That's right, kids. He starts taking shots at the police drone with his BB gun. Now, it's all, again, caught on video. And the police are already nearby. So they just, go to where the drone is, and they find these knuckleheads out in the backyard. And, of course, one of them has the BB gun, shooting at the police drone. So they got busted for that. The second one, though, I love this story. So there's a 85-year-old guy by the name of William Bosworth, and this is in Leesburg, Florida, Lake County. 85-year-old guy. He was arrested and is facing 2 charges for driving a vehicle in a street race. This 85-year-old guy facing charges for street racing. That is not what you would expect from an 85-year-old guy. Street racing. Cops spotted 2 vehicles that appeared to be racing around 11:40 p.m. Radar showed a red Corvette driven by the 85-year-old guy traveling at 125 miles per hour in a 45 mile per hour zone. It was racing a gray sports car that was traveling at 110. So the guy in the vet, he was winning. When deputies pulled him over, the 85-year-old denied that he was racing and said that, that guy swerved at me. I was just trying to get away from him. Nice try. But then he told the cop that he was just, quote, having a little ride in his favorite car. I've told this story before, and this is one of my fondest memories of my grandfather. I can't remember. I think he died. Let's see. When did he die? He died in 1995. Died in 1995, and he drove for the most of my childhood a 1976 or 77 blue Dodge Charger. And that thing was big, and it was mean, and it was fast. And Grandpa, sometimes on the weekends if I'd go spend the night at their house, Grandma would get into the back seat, and I'd be in the front seat with just the lap belt, because that's all they had back in the day. And I was probably, 5, 6, 7 years old. And in today's world, you'd be sitting in the back, right? In a car seat with a helmet and wrapped in bubble wrap. But back in my day, we didn't care about that. They had me in the front seat. So we're going down Route 4. And more than one occasion, Grandpa probably hit 85 or 90. Now, it's not like 125. But for a young man, me, that was a thrill. That was a thrill. And he'd always say, well, I'm just blowing out the exhaust. That's all I'm doing. I don't know if he ever got caught, but this story kind of reminded me of that. He's just out enjoying his car, just enjoying his car. 937-957-1290. I saw this story from time to time. He pops up in the news. Corey Feldman, the actor, the singer who was in Goonies. I use the term singer loosely, because if you've seen his videos, I'm not quite sure. I don't know this guy. I don't know if he's really delusional and thinks that he has singing talent and dancing ability. If you've not seen him, you got to go find him on YouTube. But he was in Goonies, and he's known. He's 54. Earlier this week, he was flying to Los Angeles. I guess he'd been at some sort of Goonies event, a Goonies reunion in Chicago. And on the flight, he started having some medical issues. So when they landed in L.A., an ambulance met the plane and took Corey Feldman to the hospital. A little bit later, he tweeted on social media that he was, quote, okay, and that all signs look good for recovery. But here's the thing that's funny. And this just sounds like something he would do. Now, I have no idea. Maybe he did have some sort of medical issue. But he, in his further tweet, said it was unfortunate because his medical scare overshadowed the announcement of his new single being released. Because I know people were waiting with bated breath for that announcement. When is Corey Feldman finally going to put out another single? The name of the single, by the way, What Am I Here For? We all asked that question, Corey. And it's debuting on major streaming platforms on June 22nd. So there's something to look forward to. Corey Feldman and his new single, Why Am I Here For? Or What Am I Here For?
What am I listening to now?
It does feel like a Friday.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's education, it's entertainment, it's fun for the entire family, and it is the most American thing in all of America.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Pleasant Valley Sunday. Do 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 do. I did not, Heather. I did not. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 paper wads on the floor. But I would say I probably tossed, I don't know, 18 tonight.
The all-news morning show. Catch up and know what's going on every morning on your way to work.
Dayton's news and talk.
From the birthplace of aviation, WHIO, Dayton, Springfield, WHIO-FM, Pleasant Hill.
No rain in the forecast until Father's Day. We'll have the latest at 7 o'clock. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst at 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
Stay here and have some fun.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst. Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
I'm the comeback king. I am missing nothing. If it's going to swing, you better make it sting, 'cause I'm the comeback king. I'm the comeback.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream up on Facebook and YouTube. We just had the story about Corey Feldman having to be taken to a hospital after getting off of a plane because of a medical issue. This happened earlier this week. He's got a new song coming out June 22nd. This is one of his recent singles. Well, that's not him, but that's who was singing before, was Corey Feldman of Goonies fame. Yeah. He's an interesting guy. You really should go check out his videos. At one time, he had some female backup singers that I think, if I recall, they were all dressed as angels, like actual angels. I feel like that was a memory of mine, that he was doing something. It was on some TV show, and that was his deal. That was his deal. So there you go. You can look forward to his new single next week. Well, there you go. That's the show. Thanks for listening tonight. Tomorrow, once again, we're going to be out at All the Best Delicatessen, Far Hills, down in Washington Township. Evening Edge happy hour. A lot of the Edge heads will be there. And we'll be broadcasting from 5 to 7. It's their 3rd anniversary. And all of their daily specials are going to be available on one day. That's tomorrow. So come on out. Enjoy the fun. It's Juneteenth, so many folks are going to be off work. So if you're looking for something to do, swing on by. Don't forget you can get the podcasts of the show at eveningedgetodd.com. Have a terrific Thursday night.
That's it. We're done.
It's over already?
Yeah, should have been here sooner.
Game over! Sorry, guys, I gotta run, but there will be another show. When?
Sure, I'll be back tomorrow.
Same crap, different day.
At least he's consistent.
Good night, everybody!
I will be off on Monday, just so everybody knows. Leslie just said, see you Monday, but I'm off Monday. But I will be on tomorrow night with no live stream, though. So see ya.